Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in this video, I'll be talking about episode 11 of The Real Housewives of Lagos. So now this episode opens up with Iyabo and Obim, her bobo, you know, at the beach. I think they were having like a beach day, just chilling by the beach. And, Iyabo happens to invite Chioma to come through with her boo. So Chioma comes through with Eso, the guy that we've been seeing in previous episodes with flowers and the horse riding and all of that. So they come together. I think whether it's a double date or is more like Iyabo and her man vetting, who Chioma is talking to. And so he came through and he they just greeted or like pleasantries here and there, and they sat down to talk. Then Iyabo goes, "Oh, what do you do?" And I'm like, Shebi, 20 or how many years in the movie industry, yet you've not seen his face. Even if myself, you've not seen his face on Netflix, Showmax. You've not seen somebody that's been in a lot of movies. And the way he even responded to her, I was like, yeah, this one Sha has a mouth on him. It was like he's an actor, and what kind of movies does she watch? And the guy was Sha backing himself. So it was just it's a very odd, meet up, because it's like whether Chioma is bringing her man to meet her parents or whatever it was Sha, that they were doing between the both of them. Sha, that whole scene Sha wasn't really giving. So afterwards, we get to see Laura. So Laura has been having this suspicion, that maybe not, she might be expecting a baby. So she took a test and it came out positive, and she was sort of having mixed feelings about it. Reason being, according to her, like 6 years prior, when she was supposed to have her wedding, she got pregnant. She was pregnant, and she didn't want to walk down the aisle pregnant. And now again, she's expecting. And we all know how Laura has been so happy, so excited about planning this her white wedding, trying on dresses, like she was in this bride to be mode. And now, although she's happy that she's going to have another baby, but it's just a bit like the timing is not what they planned, like her and her husband had planned to have another baby after, the wedding. So she was just in a bittersweet mood. And so she put a call to her husband. He wasn't picking, or I think he was busy or something. So she sent him a video just telling him what she discovered, and they're going to talk, and about all of that is understandable. It's not like she's disappointed or she's upset at the fact that she is pregnant. Of course, she's a married woman. She knows what she did and all of that. But she would just have wanted to have her own fairy tale wedding. Then the baby can come afterwards. But we plan and God does his thing. So that was it on that part of it. So yeah, congrats to her. Next up, we get to see Toyin. So Toyin is packing up to go to the hospital. She's finally going to have her spine surgery done. So she's there with her assistant or whoever it was that was helping her pack, outfits. And she was just talking to her people, her work people, that I'm going to be away for so amount of time, like just telling her to put things in place and everything. It was a bit emotional, seeing her. She's going to pull through and she's going to come back stronger and better. Her husband was also there to take her to the hospital, and yeah, so she was like, she's happy that he's there, like although he has his own thing to do, but she's happy like her business is going to be in safe hands, because she can't trust anybody else to put pieces together the way she does, like him and everything. We didn't get to see much of her in this episode, just that clip of them packing and in her bedroom, with her daughter and her husband and all of that. Next clip, you get to see Laura. So Laura calls Chioma on video call, and I think Chioma is driving. So Laura is just talking about how she feels like they need to sit down and talk. Like Mariam has been having a lot of issues with people, but she feels like she's dealing with stuff. Maybe just something they need to sit down and just hash it out, just like have a conversation. And since you're all like together in the group, like let's just talk and let's just clear things and just move on. That was her suggestion. And Chioma was just still saying that she's not really feeling Mariam right now and whoa. And in the process of the conversation, she now joins Tania on the call. And I don't really see need for putting her on the call because she didn't really say anything. She was just nodding and being more like yes. So Laura was not like that she feels like Chioma should organize more like a setting or something where everybody can just meet up and they can talk and just let's get things off their chest and be cool. Like that was just where she was coming from. She just wanted everybody to patch things up. So in this episode, Laura was more giving more like the peacemaker vibe. She just wanted everybody to be cool, just be cordial, and let's just address whatever issues we have amongst ourselves, kind of thing. Then Chama was like, okay, she would think about it, but if she's going to have any event, she's not going to invite Miriam because she doesn't want to be around Miriam. She doesn't want to see Miriam. And Laura was like, that's fine, that she would invite Miriam on her behalf, kind of thing. So that was how the conversation went. So Chioma now organizes this getaway staycation at Salt Beach. Laura invites Miriam, like she said she would. So she goes to pick Miriam up. And in the process of the ride to the place, they have a conversation. And, Laura is just trying to find out where Miriam's headspace is with the whole hand twin stuff. And also, like, she didn't see her at Toyin's event and everything. So Mariam was just saying that she's done with Toyin again. They can't be friends. They're not friends. That how would she try and get physical with her? Let's Toyin just avoid her, sort of thing. Like the friendship is dead, like it's done. So we can insult ourselves, we can call names, but we don't get physical with each other. Because Laura is still trying to do her peacemaker thing. So she was trying to see how she can sort of talk them into having a conversation or something like that. But Miriam was just saying that she's not interested. She doesn't even know who Toyin is. Like she's not about that. Professional, she was now saying the whole thing of how her husband got her a new phone in 3 days and what that she's sure Toyin's phone was probably fixed. She couldn't get a new phone. I've been waiting, just being a bit shady here and there, sha. So all the ladies show up at Salt Beach. So when they get there, Chioma tells them like, oh, that she only got rooms for 5 people because she wasn't expecting Mariam to come on the trip because she wasn't invited, sort of thing. She was like, that this room matter will definitely bring 5. Surprisingly, it was calm unless they sort of edited certain clips here and there. Oh yeah, Chioma was like, somebody would have to share a room. Mariam was like, that she should share a room with her school mother now, that kind of thing, that she's like, yeah. Just like a bit light. And Iyabo was like, why she doesn't find out funny? Why she say she's her school daughter? What? But in actual sense, they are acting like school daughter and school mother. So it's called the whole long story short. Iyabo and Chioma decide to share a room together so everybody can have their own room. I think everybody goes to their room. So the ladies just go to their room to sort of settle in. And Laura goes to Faith's room to talk to her about settling things or just hashing things out with Miriam, and if there's a chance of her resolving with Dr. Romeo. And like she is not even interested. She doesn't care. Honestly, not honestly, she doesn't really care. And that Miriam is giving her bipolar vibes. So she doesn't want that kind of energy around her. She doesn't like, Faith is very unbothered. They can't stress her, nothing stresses her. Like they can back and whatnot, but it doesn't phase her, it doesn't move her. Like she doesn't really care. And for Dr. Romeo, she doesn't want to associate herself with him. Like there's no need. So Laura was like, okay, fine, stop. So just start talking. On the other end, Chioma and Tania both go outside to just sit out and just talk, drink, and just chat. So they were just talking, and I can't even remember what their conversation was about, honestly. And in the process of the whole conversation, oh yeah, Tania was like, she's even surprised that Mariam came to the stuff. And Chioma was like, she wasn't even expecting Laura to, and all of that. They're just saying that whether they'll have a conversation or what was she doesn't know. And she was just saying, oh, okay, that yeah, like Tanya asked her, what about Dr. Romeo? Would she be inviting Dr. Romeo? And she was like, of course. So as they were there, she puts a call through to Dr. Romeo and invites him, to pull up. And he was like, oh, that's so nice that he'll be there, he'll show up. And in his confessional, Dr. Romeo now, he was being, oh, like they can't have an event, they can't hang out without me. I'm always on her mind. Whoa. All those stupid talk, sha. I don't even know what's that man pisses me off, honestly. So the next day, Iyabo goes out, she's by the day bed, swing thingy, puts a call through to her daughter, and she was just, oh, sweet and mommy, and just talking to her, I miss you, when are you coming back, stuff, take care, and all of that. Just checking in on her daughter, Sha. So that was it. So now this is where the highlight of the whole episode comes into play. So now, okay, so Chioma organizes an event at the lounge, like the lounge area of the beach house thingy. So she says is girls get salty. So she was the first to arrive. Surprisingly, maybe she turned up first because you know she's the host. And next to show up was Miriam. So it was very, 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 very awkward. You know, the both of them just sitting down there and just crickets. Like nobody was saying anything. Everybody was on their phone, just looking here and there. There was no communication. We were very weird. So Miriam was like, "Don't you think we should have a conversation? Don't you think we should talk?" And John was like, "I'm listening. I'm listening." So Miriam just got talking and she was just explaining basically what happened, why she said what she said, and she felt like Choma was just like insulting her, calling her this, calling her that. Like she didn't say what she said out of a place of hate or malice. Like it just came out because they were talking and you know she noticed the kids were there and she just said it because she didn't want to shout and do all of that in front of the kids. And that was why she said what she said. And you know, in the whole process of that, she apologized. Like she got to realize that oh, that actually hurt her feelings. That she didn't mean it in a way to spite her or whatever it was. That if they were in the same shoe, if she was married as her, she said that then you can say that okay, she was actually trying to hurt or be spiteful towards her, but she didn't say it in a way, in a condescending manner, in a way to hurt Chioma. So that was just what Miriam was saying, and she just apologized for it. And in the process of that happening, Miriam was waiting for, you know, Chioma to get to her own part of, you know, apologizing to her. And Chioma was like that like I've heard you, like okay. And Mariam was like, you have nothing to say, you have nothing to say, kind of thing. And she was like, don't you have something to apologize for? And she was like, not really, like for calling me a rat. Or Chima was like, I didn't call you a rat. I said how you were acting. The situation was this. That was about the other names you called me. And as we were both talking, you know, Queen Mother Iyabo, you know, comes in, just sit down, was listening to them. Chima now make the comment because Miriam said something about her and Iyabo got talking, and she got to understand how like Choma really felt, how she got hurt and what. Choma now said, oh, so your apology isn't like coming from you. It's coming from the fact because Iyabo said you should apologize, that kind of thing. That's what she was saying in her confessionals. And I'm like, hey, God, are we going anywhere with this thing? So the thing was just getting heated. At a point, Miriam said she's taking back her apology. She's not apologizing again. Tania came in and she was trying to say that you actually owe me an apology, you shoved me or you bumped me or whatever the English, the term she used for what Choma did. And Choma was like, I didn't shove you, I didn't bump you, I didn't do anything. Like, what, that we were just talking, we're just both in our faces, just using what. And, you know, Tanya, Miriam now focused on Tanya. I was like, Tanya, you were there, didn't she bump me? And Tanya now decides to have amnesia. Tanya was like, I can't remember anything, no, you should not put me inside, you know, I'm bad with memory. And she was like, but you should remember because you were actually literally in between the both of us. When she came to my face, she was trying to. And Tanya was like, you know how Tanya is very wishy-washy. And she was saying that, yes, that she was in her face. Like she remembers being in their middle, but she can't remember what led to that point, whether Choma was shoving her or bumping her, whatever it was. She knows she was in between the both of them because they were both talking loudly and what. And I'm like, Tanya. And I'm like, Miriam, what were you even expecting? At that point, I think Miriam now realized that there's no getting through. Like as far as Chioma is on the receiving end, Tanya and Iyabo are obviously going to take her side. At a point, you know, Iyabo was trying to tell Chioma like, okay, like, cause she wasn't there, she didn't see the whole whatever play out, and she was just saying that okay, that Miriam has apologized. I don't you think on your own end, you know, apologize for what was said or how it came across. Well, we're just trying to calm the whole situation down. Laura also came in and you're just trying to resolve issue. And Laura was just sitting and watching them display. Then Faith now comes in with her bouncer as usual and a bottle of champagne. She now goes to greet Laura, then she goes to sit. And it was so funny, honestly. It was so funny. Like Faith is who she thinks she is and more, honestly. So as she sat down, Chioma was trying to explain what they were getting. I think she organized like some games or something for them to do. So she was just explaining it again for Faith when she joined them. I think you're going to be playing, is it Truth and Dare or whatever the game was that they were supposed to play. Laura now mentioned in her confession that this game is something that is more like they're trying to stir up shit, basically. So it's like conversations have been had in behind closed doors and they're trying to get answers to certain things or they're trying to instigate certain things. But basically, what Laura said is true. Like, one, it was what played out eventually. Okay, now so the whole game thing started, and the first question was Mariam should show them like I think one of her most embarrassing baby pictures or something along those lines. And Mariam got emotional and she was saying that whether her great grandmother, be her grandmother brother burnt pictures of their brother, son, or something, burnt some of the family pictures. So she doesn't have pictures of her when she was a baby till about when she was 20 years old. So she got really emotional about it. And yeah, Chioma went to hug her, more like calm her down. She was like saying that she doesn't like seeing people cry and and the whole process of all of that. She just apologized and they just hugged. So that was it. Then the next question that was asked was for Iyabo to hug her least favorite person out of everybody there. And Laura was just sitting down there, come, just expecting the hug because on Laura's end she feels like she's out of everybody there is her. And the other goes to hug Faith, and Faith no descend anybody. Faith doesn't care. Just there sipping her drink. And so that was it. So now the third question that was asked was something along the lines of resolving issues, or if there's anybody you want an apology to that you want to apologize to. Mariam was like she has apologized to Chioma obviously, but she had issues with three people. She had an issue with Chioma, she had an issue with Faith, and she had an issue with the other girl. She didn't want to mention Toyin. Chioma was like, don't you think you also owe Faith an apology? And she was like, she doesn't, like she didn't offend Faith, that she feels like Faith thought I was coming for her, but what I was trying to do was, to defend her, to stand up for her, and was trying to make her see where the other ladies were coming from. But it seemed like Faith didn't get that, or something along those lines. And she just was just asking me, why am I looking at her? Why am I like, looking at her kind of thing? And in my head, I'm like, what is Miriam saying? Like it doesn't add up. It's not adding up. And she was just like her explanation was just turning my head, honestly. Even Faith Marcel was like, with with her facial expression, she was confused. Like, what are you saying? So after all that was said, Chima was like, now Faith gets where you're coming from. Or maybe she now sees your point of view, something along those lines. And Faith said, that I don't know why are you thinking for me? Why are you talking like I'm not in the room? Why are you talking like I'm not there? I'm like, hey, this babe. She now said that Miriam should stop playing the victim card. Like what she's saying doesn't add up. Like obviously when everything happened and she remembers as the whole back and forth was going on, and she remembers Iyabo made a comment, whether Iyabo remembers or not, she made a comment along the lines of why is Miriam bringing it up? There's something that they were supposed to address or something that they were supposed to discuss later. So from Faith's end, she was like, oh, so this is something that was already pre pre-planned. It was something that was already thought about. It was something that was supposed to happen. So that was why she didn't even engage. She was just laid back. She didn't go crazy. She didn't get heated about it because obviously it's something like it was something that you guys had talked about. It was something that was planned. Like I'm not foolish. So I know when to pick my battles. I know how to keep my cool. I know how to do this. So she was just talking about, she grew up in Port Harcourt, grew up in the streets. She had to learn how to keep herself cool. She had been around, people. She just decided how to unlearn those things and she's trying to, be composed and know when to if I have an issue, know when to go and when to just keep her calm. Trust Iyabo to say something. In her confessional, Iyabo was like, that I don't understand which street the Faiths grew up in. Is it that for someone that doesn't know how to speak her mother tongue, she's saying she grew up in the streets. That is it easier to speak in the streets. This one, that one, that one, that one. I'm like honestly, at this point, what did Faith take from Iyabo? At this point, she needs to tell us what is pinching her in her spirit about Faith, because it's not ordinary at this point. She's so pressed, like it's like Faith is pressing her neck. Faith is stepping on her neck. Because And I don't understand. You know, with she keeps making these faces whenever Faith is talking. She's always giving this nasty look, always having these nasty remarks. And like, is it that she feels intimidated by Faith, or Faith exudes so much confidence and class that she can't get Faith under her thumbs, like it's pinning her or something? So that was it. Oh. Then Laura now got into it. She now also said that I think people need to understand and be realistic. Like me, myself, and Faith, we've started talking to ourselves, I think 5 months back or so. We are not as close as Chioma and Iyabo. We've been talking before on Instagram, just hey hi like sort of thing. But we started talking like proper 5 months ago. So we don't know ourselves as much as you guys do. So the whole thing about bestie, call your this one, like we are friends, we are cool. I was just trying to explain the situation to everybody. And Iyabo now started her own drama, like saying that you are looking, I mean, what did she even say? You're always looking for friendship or something along those lines, trying to insinuate that, Laura is fussy friendship, that's how she was doing before with Tania, and now look how that one ended up. And she now also mentioned the thing about, and Laura is trying to have a gang, trying to do a gang, what. And I was like, that if out of anybody, the person that is trying to have a gang or whatever it is you, you thrive off it, you live in having gangs or cliques, is you. And Yaba stood up and said, yes, I own it. Laura was like, okay, fine, I get it, like I get that you don't like me, but for me too, I don't like you, but we can be cordial, we can be civil. Then Yaba just started trying to think about you're a fake person, so much fakeness, da. And I'm like, what is fake about I don't like you, you don't like me, but when we see, we can be civil, we can be cordial, we cannot just act like strangers, that kind of thing. Like, we're all grown ups, we're adults, so it's okay for you not to like a person. It's not by force. You must not and cannot like everybody. You get? So you not liking me not liking you does not mean like we cannot be cordial. You get? We cannot be civil. We cannot have respect, mutual respect between the both of us. But everybody's in their own lane. But Iyabo shouting this, shouting that, yeah, fake, yeah, this, yeah, that, yeah, that, yeah, that. You're looking for friendship. This is what you have been looking for since. In her confession, she now started saying the thing about if Faith thinks because I don't like her I'm being a bully, then I'm a bully. I'm like, hey, really owning up to the fact that she's a bully, because all that she has been depicting throughout all these episodes is that she's actually a bully. And the thing just pissed off Laura, because I think Laura at this point, she has had it up to here. So she was just going off, and Faith was just trying to calm her and trying to cool off the situation. And Laura was not telling her to sit down, telling Iyabo to sit down like one small child. Sit down, sit down. And Iyabo, that one also was not pinning her. Why are you telling me to sit down? Why are you telling me to sit down? So the whole everything was just going crazy. Then Iyabo now tried to hit her. That was how the episode ended. Iyabo was trying to hit her. Then Chioma fell down in the process, and everything was just going haywire. Faith was trying to block and defend Laura. So honestly, this fight, this outburst didn't even need to go to this point. Honestly, it was Iyabo that was just so pressed. I think her body was just itching her to display her usual craziness. Honestly, and there was something Faith said that just made me laugh. Like when she got to meet Iyabo, like she actually became very disappointed because she didn't expect Iyabo to be how she is. You get, for her, a 45-year-old woman to be stepping on her train and be proud about it, that she doesn't really rate her. And like honestly, it makes sense. So in the next episode now, we get to see Mariam dishing it hot for Tania, because Tania's own is getting too much at this point. We'll get to see what brought up that in the next episode. So yeah, so episode 11 was a lot. If you've watched episode 11, leave your thoughts down in the comment section. Like this video if you enjoyed it. Check out my other videos that I will be linking. Thank you for watching, and I will definitely see you in my next video. Bye.